Hi everyone, let's talk about your AutoBAGography project. Now this project is all about getting to know you. Obviously this year we won't be together in person to get to know you at the beginning of the quarter, but this is a great way for us to connect and talk about ourselves with our peers, even from a distance. Now this project is super special because you'll be getting to talk about yourself. As you can see here on the directions, you need to come up with 6 different objects that represent different areas of your life. Please note that your phone can only count as one of them. You may not use your phone to show pictures or photos for more than one item. Okay? These items need to represent different areas of your life, which we'll talk about in a moment. And you also need to describe to us how each item has affected you or help share with us how it changed you to become a person that you are. So let's look at what items you need. These are the subjects here that you will need to bring an item in to represent in some way. The first one is family, then friends, your hobbies, your cultures or traditions, travel, or the future. Now, you need to have one thing for each of these subjects. Okay, so you must do family, you must do friends, you must do hobbies. You can do either culture or traditions. This is usually the hardest one. Your culture would be your family background. So, for example, I am Mexican, so I may bring something that represents the Mexican culture for me. I'm also Irish. I may bring something that represents the Irish culture if I want. You feel free to bring whatever cultural items you'd like that are school appropriate. You may want to focus on traditions. If you don't want to focus on culture here, you can focus on traditions instead. If you have an item that represents traditions that your family does or that your culture does, you can do those. So, for example, each year my family has a tradition of getting together on Christmas Eve, and we pass around one specific photo of our family, and it goes from family to family each year. I might bring that photo in and say, this is a tradition because this photo goes from family to family around each year. Okay, that's just an example. You do need to do travel. Now, if you have never traveled anywhere, you may bring something that represents somewhere you want to go. If you have traveled, you may bring something that represents a place that you have been. And finally, the future. Bring something that represents what you want to do in the future. It could be your future career. It could be the college you want to go to. It could be things you want to accomplish in your life, like owning a house. It could be the type of car you want to drive in the future. It's up to you. Make sure that you talk about your hobbies. You could bring a soccer ball or a cleat or a book or a flute, whatever your hobbies are. Friends items could be something your friend has given you or something that you think totally represents your relationship, and the same with family. So make sure that you hit each of these subjects as you are representing yourself with those 6 different items. Now, when you are presenting us your items need to be in a bag of your choosing. Now, usually we could do a paper bag. However, if you'd like to choose a different bag, let's say you love shopping at Sephora and it's one of your hobbies, and you'd like to put your Sephora items inside of a Sephora bag, that is totally fine. You can also use any other type of bag. Just make sure you're really trying to make sure it represents you. Try not to use your backpack if possible. Okay. Have fun. Don't forget to be creative with your objects. These objects need to represent you. So I'm trying to find things out about you. So make sure that you explain them clearly and you always come back to how do they represent you. Please note that all items that you are showing on your video need to be school appropriate. Okay. In Schoology or in Google Classroom, we will have information on how to go ahead and record your video. So make sure that your video is no more than 3 minutes long. All right. In Schoology, if you go to the assignment and you click record the little microphone button, you need to hit audio and video. It will then go ahead and start recording a video of you so you can turn it in that way. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Otherwise, good luck.